How's it going, everybody? This is Dominic Minchella. I am the Kansas City Chiefs beat writer on SI and the host of the Kansas City Chiefs Insider Podcast. Thank you once again for stopping in and sharing this time with me. We have just covered and concluded the 2025 NFL Draft. It's been a long weekend. It was a long weekend, but the Chiefs just added 7 new players to their roster. I will flash them right now. There they are on the bottom. From the first round all the way to the 7th, all have high value. All are very moldable, trainable, teachable, and we should all be excited to see all these new faces in Kansas City. You might notice, though, on the ticker down below, that there was an area that the Chiefs were predicted to address that they didn't, and that was the tight end position. That being said, a little recap for you. We've touched on in the past, Travis Kelce, as you all may know, is coming to an end to his contract and possibly to his career. He is on the last year of his contract. He didn't hang up the cleats before this season, and he's looking to right the wrong of last season and give it one more chance at hoisting up the Lombardi Trophy with the Kansas City Chiefs franchise. It is known that Kelce is a future Hall of Famer, probably, most likely, but he's not going to be there forever. So many predictions and projections were assuming that with there being such a deep tight end class in the draft, that the Chiefs were going to address it. And as you can see on the ticker, that they addressed the offensive, defensive lines, majority of the defense, as well as added a wide receiver and a running back. The tight end room in itself is already crowded because they have Kelce, Noah Gray, Jared Wiley, who's returning, and they had just signed an undrafted free agent out of Clemson in Jake Brinningstool. I apologize. So in that regard, yeah, you can say that they addressed it, but it wasn't a pick that jumps off the page for you, or rather, not even a pick, just an addition to the roster. While he has to fight for his role, depending on how the training camp goes, two are for sure in Noah Gray and Travis Kelce. Jared Wiley is also making strides to returning back to the field to hopefully give us a taste of what he can do at the pro level. He got hurt last season and that he's been rehabbing, but he's been provided or has been provided that he is making progress every single day, and he should be ready for training camp. But that being said, here's, in my opinion, what the Chiefs not drafting a tight end tells us. One, they feel confident in the room that they currently have. They still have Travis Kelce, and while he might not be the Travis Kelce of the past, he's still Travis Kelce. He's been able to been a huge asset to this team for several years. And just because he's not dropping over 1,000 receiving yards or scoring multiple touchdowns doesn't make him any less valuable. He's a veteran to have on the team, inside the locker room, and on the field. He knows how to play and succeed in the game of football. But that might just be an intel that if the Chiefs believe that this draft class didn't have a guy who is suitable to be the understudy for Travis Kelce this year, I think the understudy's got to be Noah Gray. They extended him and he signed until 2027. He had his best season last year where he recorded 17 games played. Once again, he's only ever played 17. He had 16 games. He is a consistent piece since he's been drafted. He had 40 receptions and 49 targets last season, and he had a career high 437 receiving yards. He also scored 5 touchdowns. He's still young, a decade younger than Kelce. And I've touched on this before. I believe that Noah Gray is that understudy. He's been the understudy without even being labeled the understudy. And with the continuous room, if Jared Wiley keeps showing up and shows out this season for the Chiefs, he could be the understudy that follows Noah Gray. And then in the 2026 draft, you can start looking at the potential prospects that could get picked up, who might come in, who then keep the revolving door going. With the fact that Noah Gray is signed and extended until 2027, and if Kelce does decide to hang up his cleats at the end of the year, because who knows, if he has a great year and he's healthy and he's in physical shape, he might want another year on his contract. It's possible. Not saying it's probable, but it is a possibility. Whether the Chiefs would give it to him or not remains up in the air, but given all that he's been successful with the franchise, I could see a world where they could do so. But if this really is the last hurrah for Travis Kelce, this is a perfect time to have the transition from Kelce to Noah Gray, especially because now they don't have to worry about addressing the area through the NFL draft, regardless of the year, and it allows them to really see, should they up the workload of Noah Gray, and if they do, if he's capable to reach the status that Travis Kelce had or has had. Jared Wiley is also one of those guys. We haven't seen enough of him in the pros to just write him off completely. He's a strong candidate to be a backup in a few years unless he really shines. That being said, I believe that them not drafting a tight end tells us two things. As I stated, one, they believe in Noah Gray and that is the future, or two, they just don't see a guy in this draft class that fits the playing style that they try and go with. While it's likely that Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, given that they've played with each other for Mahomes' entire career, he will continuously target him. But that doesn't necessarily mean that down the stretch in high leverage situations, if Kelce's body can't hold up like it used to, that it might be better to start getting Noah Gray those reps in those high leverage situations. It is crucial, though, to note that if both tight ends or any of the tight ends in this current tight end room aren't successful this season, then you could go out and look through pro free agency. If you're so determined to have the tight end position be a pivotal role in the offense, and if the current room doesn't satisfy the needs, then yeah, go and address it in pro free agency. You can't just throw a tight end from college who hasn't played a single pro snap into the scheme and say, "Hey, buddy, you got this. You're the guy. We're throwing you in the deep end." It works with some guys. I don't know if it is always one to bank on. But that being said, I believe that the Chiefs are underlying telling us, hey, we got to believe in Travis Kelce and Noah Gray being his successor when he finally does hang up the cleats. Thank you guys so much for stopping in and listening to the take. I want to know your guys' thoughts. I will post this on my Twitter tomorrow and say, hey, let me know your thoughts on this take. If you do end up seeing that, comment it down. I would love to hear back from you. As always, be kind to one another. I will see you guys tomorrow for another episode. Thank you so much for stopping in and spending a little bit of your day with me. Can't wait to continue this journey on with you as we get closer and closer to the 2025 NFL season. Have a good one, guys. God bless.